Hey everybody, Road Team member Andrew here, doing a little bit of a different video today. I know JJ kind of covers these videos on the channel whenever some news drops, but I had an idea, wanted to run with it today. Being a Road Team member, I thought, why not throw my hat in the ring? I know you guys going to see me do interviews and podcasts and fan films and whatnot, so why not hang out with you guys, try something different, and check out this new article that dropped by Deadline and others today about Zach Cregger's upcoming Resident Evil film. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's kind of dive into this article and see what it has to say about this upcoming film. I know there's not a whole lot known about it. They don't really give too much away in here, besides the release date, from all I can tell. But yeah, let's talk about it. I'll let you know what I think. And we'll probably kind of dive a little bit into our most recent project, Resurrection, a Biohazard story featuring almost all of the original cast from the first Resident Evil video game, released on the PlayStation 1. They were in all the live action cutscenes. So, and they'll kind of be reprising their roles in a roundabout way. So that'll be exciting. So stay tuned. I'll get into that a little bit later in this video. But yeah, let's kind of see what all the hype is. Hype about this upcoming movie. Warner Brothers was kicking the tires of this last Cregger pick, but Sony isn't letting this $1.2 billion grossing franchise go. Clearly. Theatrical release date of September 18, 2026 has been set, which tells you how excited the studios are to get this latest rendition up on the screen. I'm sure they are. Cregger's screenplay, which was co-written with Shay Hatton, who did Ballerina and John Wick Chapter 3 and 4, is under wraps, but apparently harkens back to the original Capcom game's horror roots. I should hope. I don't know if that means go back to the original game or if they're going to pull from other games. I mean, who knows? We'll find out soon enough, I guess. I should hope that these two writers, are just as passionate as we all are, and Zach, with being the director and writer, co-writer. I really hope that, I really hope they do a good job, and I really hope they grew up with these games like we did and really care about them. So we'll see. Let's dive into the rest of this article. Constantine Film is producing and co-financing the film. Not off to a great start. Constantine's Robert Kulzer, Vertigo Entertainment's Roy Lee, who did Barbarian and Minecraft. So there's another red flag with Minecraft. Barbarian, I heard, was a good movie. I haven't seen it, but I hear good things. And Miri Yoon, who did Woman of the Hour and Weapons, and PlayStation Productions are also producing. So we have 80 billion chefs in the kitchen already. So another great start. I've been a rabid fan of these games for decades, and to be able to bring this amazing title to life is a true honor, says Cregger, as he told Deadline on Friday. Yeah, that's a great statement. That's a great statement. I should really hope that you mean it. But we'll see. Like I said, I really do. I hope this guy really means what he says there. Like I said, I hope he is a very passionate fan that grew up with these games. Just as passionate as George Lucas is with Star Wars or Peter Jackson is with Lord of the Rings. I hope this is the guy they got finally. So we'll see. So, all right, the world of Resident Evil experienced through Zach's vision is an irresistible feat, beamed Kulzer. So now we have the guy that is like one of the heads of Constantine kind of hyping up this director. Okay. I get every company has to make everyone that they're hiring look good, but I don't know what that means coming from this dude Kulzer. So, I don't really think that's worth much of anything, but we'll see again. All right. Added Sanford Pantich, sorry if I'm butchering these names, president of Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group. Zach is one of the most talented, exciting new directors to come onto the scene in many years. All right. I hope so. This Barbarian movie, I really got to see it. I hear really good things. And if it's good as they say it is, you know, I would hope that he can do just as good a job as Resident Evil and what these corporate studio people are really hyping him up to be. So we'll see. His brilliant approach in restarting and refreshing this legendary Sony franchise instantly makes this one of our most important releases in 2026. I think that's great that they understand that it's a legendary Sony franchise, and I know that they have dollars, you know, that's all they're looking at is dollar signs. They know it makes money. But are they passionate about it? That's my question. I want to hear a statement about their love or what they know about Resident Evil. Nicole Brown will be overseeing the latest iteration of Resident Evil for Sony's Columbia Pictures. Sony Pictures released all previous Resident Evil films, including the Paul W.S. Anderson directed Mila Jovovich titles, as well as the 2021 version from director Johannes Roberts, Resident Evil Raccoon City. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. I don't think they wrote that right in there. At $1.2 billion worldwide, Resident Evil is one of the highest grossing video game feature franchises of all time. Not far from the $1.36 billion made by Illumination Nintendo Universal Super Mario Bros. Movie. That's one movie. That was done in 1 year in juxtaposition to like 8-9 movies that has been done over the course of like over 25 years. What a joke. And not far from the 1.2 billion made by the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy. You're literally insulting yourself in your own statement. Oh my God, the Sonic the Hedgehog, there's 3 movies that were done in what, like 5 years? And both of those franchises are way more faithful to the source material than Resident Evil has ever been. You're literally insulting yourself in this statement by saying that you've done a shitty job in the last 25 years making the Resident Evil films. Making 1.2 billion in a longer time span than it took these people that were way more faithful to the source material in a shorter amount of time. That's insane. That is insane. Just hire someone who fucking gives a shit. That's all we care about. Krager became one of the most sought after horror filmmakers after his debut. Barbarian received critical and audience acclaim when it was released in 2022. His next film is the anticipated Weapons, starring Josh Brolin and Julia Garner, opening via Warner Bros. On MLK Weekend 2026. That'll be exciting to look out for. This will give the director 2 picks in 2026 calendar. Oh, so they're kind of hyping this guy up to be the next corporate filmmaker. The only other movie scheduled currently on the September 2026 date is an untitled Warner Brothers event movie. So they got a huge lineup, apparently. I get the industry is in shambles, but yeah. It sounds like they're really propagating this guy up to be like the next corporate director, movie maker guy. You know, I probably be successful, and I really hope this movie does the franchise justice. But yeah, let's see what else it says here. Krager is repped by CAA Artists First and Carl Austin. Shea is repped by Lee Stobie and lawyer Stephen Clark. Deadline first told you that Krager's Weapons sold to New Line Cinema for an overall sum of around $38 million. Including the budget and the genre, filmmaker getting $5 million to direct and $10 million total when that total was added to his fees for scripting and producing alongside Vertigo's Lee and Yoon and J.D. Lipschitz and Raphael Margules. Sorry if I'm butchering those names. This guy got paid $5 to $10 million. $5 to $10 million. We don't make movies. Our shit doesn't. I don't charge $5 to $10 million a movie. Is that why he's doing this? Is because of I don't know. $5 to $10 million. I mean, this is the difference between a corporate mainstream filmmaker and people that, you know, are streamers and social media people like JJ. JJ doesn't make $5 to $10 million a year. I'll tell you that. Neither do I. None of us at the Row do. Not even for one project. You know, this is one project that this guy's making $5 to $10 million for. I don't know if they're talking about this upcoming Resident Evil or whatever this last thing was, but these guys, they get these big paychecks, and these studios, they find these, you know, movie makers that are going to do what the studio wants them to do. And I don't know what these guys, I don't know what his track record is. Like, I don't know if Zach Krager, I don't know if he grew up loving these games. He might, probably around the same age as me. I don't know. Maybe a little older, but I feel like JJ, you know, on this channel, clear track record of the love for this franchise. I mean, he does a stream every week, every Friday, playing a fan game, playing a Resident Evil game, talking about updates, news, releases, talking about the movies, talking about the games. Like, it's consistently on all of our minds. It's all we talk about. It's all we live, sleep, breathe, eat is Resident Evil, which, you know, Shinji Mikami, survival horror. Other than Barbarian, which is what everyone's pointing to, I don't know what really else this Zach Krager guy has to show for it, other than the fact that he's, you know, a corporate filmmaker who made a horror movie called Barbarian that's really good. I want to say I recognize him from the Whitest Kid You Know show from way back in the day. I'm not too sure on that, but I don't know, man. I just think a lot of people in this world are kind of done with these corporate projects. It's just corporate gobbledygook at this point. So I really hope that Zach Krager does a good job. I really hope that his writer, what was his name again? Shay Hatton. Look, I hope they grew up with the games. I hope they played the games as much as we did. I hope they are just as passionate about them as we are. And I hope they get to make the movie that they want to make. You know, maybe their vision falls in line with whatever this Colzer guy wants. I doubt Colzer played these games. I doubt he likes them. I doubt he knows anything about them. I could be wrong. Maybe he does. I mean, Constantine's owned the rights for many, many years. But they do have a proven track record of showing that they don't. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, but the good thing is, you know, with people like us and people like, you know, Andy Cox, Andy Sperling, Krishmir Kanazovich, Robert Knorr, Sean Liebert, projects like, you know, The Keeper's Diary, the one that I did on this channel, projects like Sean Liebert's Arklay, the Resident Evil fan film projects that Andy Sperling and Krishmir Kanazovich did, like, what, 10, 13, 14 years now? You know, that's where it is. You know, if you really want to see something made by some people that really care and really want to see, you know, something from Resident Evil made into a live action format, check us out, check them out, check their material out. It's on there, it's online for everyone to see. You know, we don't do these things for $10 million. We do them because we want to do them, you know. And a lot of us we have our day jobs and we do this on the side. And it's just a passion thing for us. It's not a money thing. So, yeah, with that, I would just say, you know, if this news doesn't really excite you, which I'm sure it doesn't excite a whole lot of you, check out what we do here. Check out what Andy does on his channel, Andy Sperling. You know, check out Sean Liebert's film, like I said. You know, a lot of good projects to watch. And the one we have coming up, big project, Resurrection, a Biohazard story. I'm going to be making a 4-part mini fan series with the original cast of the first Resident Evil game, the live action cast. So Greg, Eric, Charlie, Linda, the people that played Chris, Wesker, Barry, and Rebecca are in a roundabout way indirectly going to be reprising their roles. And it was written by Addie, or Beggy Beg Beg, who's also a member of this channel. And it's based off of an idea that we kind of both had and went from there. So it's more of a recent story in the timeline of events. And you'll see these actors kind of pick up, you know, in their current age and how they handle things and take on, you know, outbreaks and threats and stuff like this. So it's going to have a lot of horror, a lot of action, a lot of drama. It's not going to be all horror like Keeper's Diary. There's going to be a little bit of drama, a little bit of action, a little bit of tactical, like a tactical type tone. So being that these guys are, you know, a little bit older in age now, we kind of want to reflect what the games kind of are in tone now. So there will be some horror, but there will also be some other things. So we think it's going to be, I think people are really going to like it. And, you know, if you want to know more about it, just follow us on our socials, follow us here. We've been kind of starting the, I guess you could say, marketing campaign and just putting stuff out on the social media channels now. So you can stay updated with Resurrection through us. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to get the original actors back together to kind of take on their characters again. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a good one. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I know, again, I don't do these videos very often. I can't see myself doing a whole lot more. I just had an idea at work today when this news dropped, and I really wanted to run with it and see how it does. And we'll go from there. So if you like this video, you know, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, leave some comments down there, let us know what you think. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you back here at the Residence of Evil.